Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I just wanted to talk about another topic about making YouTube videos. It's about confidence. Now I wanted to ask everybody this. How many times have you said, I want to start a YouTube channel, but then talked yourself out of it? Maybe you've already picked the channel name, maybe you've watched dozens of videos on how to grow on YouTube. Maybe you even bought a microphone or started looking at cameras, but you still haven't uploaded the first video. Why? For a lot of people, it comes down to one thing, and that thing is confidence. You you go ahead and go tell yourself, I'm not confident enough to be on camera, or I don't like the sound of my voice. What if nobody watches? And before you know it, another week goes by, then another month, then another year. The crazy part is, the whole time you're waiting to feel confident, someone else is starting with a lot less experience, less equipment, and probably the same exact fears as you're feeling right now. The only difference is that they decided to record anyways. I wanted to make this video because I think too many people believe confidence is something you need before you start YouTube or TikTok or whatever you want to do. And I think confidence is something YouTube teaches you, or those other platforms, or even, if you apply for that job or whatever, it doesn't have to specifically be about YouTube. And every time you get a little bit better at editing, at talking to people, at, Excel files for the job and everything like that, every time you become more comfortable hearing your voice, every time you stop worrying so much about what everyone else thinks, confidence isn't what gets you started. Starting is what builds your confidence. So if you've been waiting until you finally feel ready to start your channel, I hope this video changes your perspective, because your video doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to exist. Do you think the biggest YouTubers were confident when they uploaded their first video? No, they weren't. I guarantee they were very nervous. They probably recorded the same intro 25 times. They probably watched themselves back and thought, why do I sound like that? Like, I sound so weird. What? Maybe they almost deleted the video before hitting upload. Maybe they thought nobody's going to watch this anyways. Sound familiar? Because I think we've all been there. The truth is, when you first start YouTube, you're going to notice every little thing about yourself. You're going to notice your voice, the way you look on camera, the way that you talk with your hands, that awkward pauses, the times you stumble on your words. And you know what? That's completely normal. You're seeing yourself in a way you probably never have before. But here's what happens if you keep going. Eventually, you stop focusing on all those little things. You stop caring about whether your voice sounds weird. You stop worrying about looking perfect. You stop worrying about, to impress other people. Instead, you start focusing on making better videos, on telling better stories, helping people, entertain people. That's when something interesting happens. Without even realizing it, you become more confident. Not because someone gave it to you, not because you woke up one day feeling different, but because every single video chipped away at that fear. Every upload becomes proof that you were capable of doing something that once scared you, and that's something nobody can take away. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think most of us spend way too much time worrying about what others think. I used to think that everyone would judge me, but then I realized something. Most people are too busy worrying about their own lives anyways to spend time to judge you. And even if someone does make fun of you, it doesn't really matter. Go ahead and ask yourself this. Would you rather let one person's opinion stop you, or would you rather build something you're proud of? And at the end of the day, the only opinion that should matter is the one that you have when you look back a year from now. Will you be proud that you finally started, or disappointed that fear made the decision for you? Don't let fear write your story. Pick up the camera, hit record, upload the video, because one day your future self is going to thank you for taking the first steps. Another thing I think holds a lot of people back when starting YouTube is the idea that they have to become this perfect version of themselves before they can upload. They think they might be more entertaining, they need to be funnier, they need to be more confident, they need to know exactly what they're doing. But the truth is, nobody starts that way. You don't become comfortable on camera before making videos. You become comfortable because you make videos. Think about any skills you've learned in your life. The first time you try something new, you probably weren't very good at it. The first time you drove a car, you probably wrecked. You weren't completely relaxed. The first time you started a new job, you probably had questions. The first time you played a sport, you probably made mistakes, but you didn't quit. You weren't perfect. You learned, you adjusted, you got better. YouTube works the same way. Your first videos are practice. They're not final products. They're not supposed to represent the best version of you. They're just the beginning of your journey. I think a lot of people put way too much pressure on their first videos. They think this video has to be amazing. It has to be a hit. If not, then they quit. But your first video isn't supposed to prove anything. It's supposed to teach you. Your first video teaches you what you like. It teaches you what you don't like. It teaches you how long it takes to edit, how you sound on camera, and what you need to do in order to improve. And honestly, your first video might not get many views, and that's okay. Because the goal isn't for your first video to be successful. The goal is for your first video to exist. Because once you have one video, you can make a second one. Once you have a second one, you can make a third. That's how every creator starts, one upload at a time. I think one of the biggest ways to build confidence is proving to yourself that you can trust yourself. Think about it. Every time you say you're going to do something and you actually do it, you build confidence. You tell yourself, I'm going to record today, and you record. I'm going to edit this video, and you edit it. I'm going to upload this, and you upload. Those small moments matters because you're showing yourself, I can do the hard things. I can be uncomfortable and still move forward. I can start something even when I'm unsure. That is where real confidence comes from, not from waiting until you feel fearless, but you take an action even when you're nervous. Something I've noticed is that whenever we try something new, our mind is immediately trying to protect us. It starts to ask you questions like, what if nobody likes it? What if it doesn't work? What if I fail? And those questions can still feel like they're helping you, but sometimes they're just keeping you comfortable. Because staying comfortable feels safe, but staying comfortable also means staying in the same place. And if you want something different, you have to do something different. Starting a YouTube channel is uncomfortable because you're putting yourself out there. You're creating something and allowing others to see it. That's a vulnerable thing. But that's also what makes it meaningful. Anything worth building requires you to take a chance. You don't need everyone to believe in you. Another thing I wanted to talk about is support. Sometimes people don't start because they feel like nobody around them believes in them. Maybe your friends don't understand why you want to make videos. Maybe your family doesn't see the vision yet. Maybe people around you think it's just a hobby. But here's the thing, a lot of people won't understand until they see the results, and that's okay. You don't need everyone to believe in your idea at the beginning. You just need to believe enough to make the first steps. A lot of successful creators started when nobody was watching. They kept creating when nobody cared. They improved when nobody was paying attention, and eventually, people started noticing. I think another reason people lose confidence is because they expect results too quickly. They upload one video, it doesn't perform the way they hoped, they think, maybe I'm not meant for this. But one video doesn't tell you the whole story. They didn't even give YouTube or anything like this a chance. One video doesn't determine your future. You have to give yourself time. You have to allow yourself to learn. And you have to be okay being a beginner. Everyone wants to skip the beginner stage, but the beginner stage is where you build everything. That's where you learn. That's where you improve. And that's where confidence starts. Now, this is something that I really wanted to talk about with you guys about, because obviously, as you guys can see on my channel, I don't have a lot of videos going. I had this channel for multiple years now, and before that, I actually had like 5 other channels. And since I was a kid, I'd just been doing YouTube, deleting, recreating, deleting, recreating, uploading, deleting the whole channel, and recreating again. I just got tired of it. And no progress was made for that because I was too scared. I was scared to do anything. So please, just start and just stick with it. Don't delete that channel. Don't delete that video. Edit it. and just upload it. Trust me, you'll be happy that you did. Alright everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.